Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to my channel. So glad that you're here watching this video today and joining me for another video. So today I'm going to show you guys how I'm planning on setting up my new planner. If you guys saw my video yesterday, I did receive this from NOTIQ, super chic and gorgeous. So of course I had to spend the night setting it up. So I'm going to share with you how I have it set up, and then we're also going to make some changes to it. So of course I want to share that with you as well. I'm also planning on, or I'm filming on 2 different platforms. So I am filming for Instagram TV, hey guys, and also YouTube. So we're gonna get this party started, y'all. If you wanna see how I have this planner set up, make sure to stay tuned. All right, so guys, a couple of new things to the shop. We have A5 top tabs by request. I just now got a chance to make them, so I'm going to be adding those to the setup, as well as these new tabs, which are business specific. So as you can see, calendar, goals, finances, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Patreon, brands, blog, shop, enrichment, and travel are what are going to work for me. And so these are available, so I thought I would share that with you. I do also have the side tabs for A5 in my shop as well. And so I'm not going to be using those in this particular setup because in the NOTIQ planner, she did include some dashboards already. So I'm going to try to work with those. So I do need to add those to the top of the dashboard dividers. So we've got that. And so I thought what I would first do is just kind of show you guys how things look at the outer level. So such a chic planner. Love it. It is just so perfect. So I just added some things that she sent, the paper clip, and then also the card here on the left hand side. And then these are all of the little journaling cards, the calendar ones, and then also the quote ones. So I've got those there. I did add a little paper clip at the top with a little cute bow. Super chic. And then also in the back, so this is the guts of the planner, which we'll go through momentarily. And then in the back, I've got a notebook from the Happy Planner, which I'm going to use for my podcast. I've really gotten into podcasts. You guys have been adding or asking lots of questions about which ones I enjoy. I haven't taken any notes in here yet. It's just blank paper. I just added it. And so I'm going to talk you guys through some of my faves and just how I plan on using this planner. Also got the pen from NOTIQ. It's just so gorgeous. I can't wait to show you guys how I have it set up. So I'm going to set that to the side because we need to go ahead and add these. Now I have 5 at the top, but I really need more than that because I've got all of these subjects that I want to use. So I probably should have printed out more of these, but I didn't, or cut more of these because they're not printed. So I'm just going to do a few just to kind of show you guys how to add them because they're super easy. And so I really need to figure out first in what order I want them to go in. Well, yeah, I guess I do because I want to put the calendar one on the one I want first and so on and so forth. So in this first section here, it says goals. I'm going to keep that the same. So I'm not going to be using the goals one or the finances one. So I really only needed 10. So I do need one more set of these. So I'll print that offline. So within the goals section, I did want to add something in the goals section and I thought it was going to be enrichment. So then that should be the first tab, right? If the goals is first, and I do have a to-do list here too. I probably should have added to-do list here, but I do have more of these in my shop, so you can always get this in addition to a different one that may make this completely functional for you. So I don't know which one I want to do first. I probably should have thought of that. I was thinking calendar first, but I do have this whole to-do list section. So what should I put there? Maybe shop. How about if we do shop? Right? Yeah, let's do shop first. And y'all, this could change because I think of these things and then later I'm like, you know what? That's not going to work. And I change it up. But I'm thinking shop can go first, right? And since since these are clear, it's sometimes a little difficult to see, so I just eyeball it. Make sure I get it lined up properly. I have these in frosted and clear in my shop. And I tend to lean towards frosted for some reason. I'm not sure, but the clear ones are super gorgeous. Well, very functional. So you see how that works? I also want to slit them because I like to pull them in and out of my planner. So I like to have them be slit so that way it makes it easy to pull them in and out. And also, just for you who are watching on Instagram TV, I typically only upload 10-minute videos there. So I'll go as far as I can go. And then you're going to have to head on over to YouTube and watch the remainder of the video there. Just FYI. But you'll be able to get the gist of it from what I upload on Instagram TV. Haven't quite figured out how to upload longer videos because I think it is longer than 10 minutes that I'm able to upload, but for some reason 10 minutes, excuse me, seems to be my sweet spot. So I typically just let it stay at 10 minutes. So now that I slit it, when I put it in the planner, I can easily pull it in and out. So that makes it even easier to work with. All right, so perfect, right? Awesome. So we've got shop, and then I did want to add something into the goal section, but I'm thinking for now I may leave it because none of these indicate like goal specific things. You know what I mean? They're all kind of their own subjects. And then in terms of plans, let's see, I think we're going to do calendars next, or calendar, because that is probably going to be the next section. And I think goals are just going to be its own thing, as opposed to breaking it down, because that's really what I'm doing here. I'm just breaking the subjects down even further so I can get to them easier. All right, so we're going to put calendar here on the monthly, and then my today tab there that you see will be able to get me to the weekly. So this is April, this is March. So I've already planned for March on the monthly. All right, and then projects. Let's see, are there any of these subjects I want to fit there? And I'm definitely going to do my social media stuff. So I'm thinking, let's see, how about if I do brands next? Because that kind of goes in this section here for projects, because I have different brands that I work with that sometimes require a project. And then I'm also going to track like what brands I want to reach out to and work with, and what have already reached out to me. I just haven't confirmed whether or not I want to work with them. So let's pop that in here. Okay, so we've got brands. Now the NOTIQ paper is a little bit higher, just a little bit. I do notice it. It's a little bit taller. And I do have cloth and paper inserts in here as well, and hers is a little bit wider. So I had to trim it down to size. What am I doing wrong, y'all? I've got to get used to this whole ring bound system life. Something is in the way. Okay, there we go. So as you can see, I love top tabs. Top tabs are life. They just make it super easy for you to be able to get to certain subjects. So I love having top tabs. Okay, so what are we doing next? So as you can see, it comes out a little bit further. This is standard A5 size though. I think her inserts are a little bit smaller because cloth and paper inserts are the same sizes as the dashboards here, as well as my inserts. I just trimmed them down because they're too wide. So we were in the project section, so I've got brands there. So I've got 2 more left. Again, I'm going to do the other ones off camera. I don't need to do finances because I do have a whole section here for finances. And then I know I want to do blog, and I don't need this wellness tab. I have to see if I can cover that up or something, because this is not going to be for wellness. This is going to be for business. And so maybe I'll look on her site and see if she has business specific dashboards, and I'll order those. So I'm thinking blog, right? And then maybe enrichment last. And then we're going to, again, cut 10 more of these. So we'll be able to have even more broken down. So let's get that on here. And then once it's on, it's on. All right. And then again, we can take that off later, or you can just cover it up if you want to change the subject, just FYI. Okay, so that is going to go in one of these sections. I'm just not sure which section. I think I'm going to put it in the wellness section, although it's not really going to be the wellness section because I have two different types of paper here, from cloth and paper. And then in the notes section, I'm going to put enrichment. And then I'm going to use all of these, so no worries. Those are going to be used up. All right. So that's the last one. Okay. Bam. All right. So I'm not quite liking how that turned out. Y'all excuse the sounds you hear. That is my son in the kitchen doing something with the dishes. So sometimes they don't get the memo when I am filming. So and plus, since I'm filming for Instagram, I can't pause the video or I can't edit things out. Like I could on YouTube, I could say filming and then they would know I'm filming. But since we're doing Instagram TV, I don't have that luxury. So I'm just going to roll with it. All right, and it looks like the video ended on Instagram TV just right now. So perfect timing, I guess. So if you are just now joining us from Instagram TV, welcome. So glad that you came on over. Sorry about that. Sometimes it just works for me to just only upload 10-minute videos because it's a lot. And I haven't quite figured out how to make that work in terms of longer videos there. So we got everything on. Yay us. And you see how chic that looks and sophisticated still. It doesn't really mess with the flow of things. So it looks really, really good from the top. And again, we're going to add 10 or 5 more, so that we have all our subjects that we need broken down. So now that we've gotten that out the way, we can move forward with this whole flip through and I can show you guys how I have everything set up and really drill down to how everything is laid out and how I have made it functional for me. So let's get started with that part of the process. Okay, first and foremost, I already showed you guys at a glance how it kind of looks. You saw me set up these tabs at the top. So now we're just going to kind of flip through it. I'm going to just talk you through what I'm thinking and how I think I'm going to use this planner. So I love everything about it. It just feels sophisticated. It makes me want to open it and it makes me want to do stuff. So I love that part about it. So this is the cover page here. She conquered her fears. I'm going to write my name in or put a decal there. Then we've got our 2020 year at a glance. So I'm going to either use some cloth and paper dots. I'm probably going to add some to this planner just in a pocket. Matter of fact, let me grab them now. So I've got all this stuff from cloth and paper. So I'm thinking what I'll do is just grab them and just tuck it in the pocket. So take those away. I think I'm just going to add these because they're so functional. And so I'm hoping they'll fit. If I take one and put it on the date, I'm hoping I can see through to the back. And if I can't, then I'll just circle the date or I'll figure something out. But I want to, indicate dates where I may have events to attend or just things that I need to do, projects I need to submit. I want to be able to have a place to write that in. So we'll just tuck these here. And so that way they are available to us when we get ready to use them. All right, so moving right along. This is where we ended up. All right, and then the first section is going to be my shop section, all things shop, whatever I have to do for that. Any new ideas, any things like that are going to be dumped out here. And again, that could change. I'm just kind of, setting this up preliminary, and then we're going to see how it goes. Then the next section is the goals section. So within the goals section is going to be just as it's mentioned, goals. Write in whatever goals that I have for my business, my shop, my social media, my Patreon, whatever that may be is going to go here. I may even cover these up to break my goals down by subject. We'll have to see how I really end up using it once I really dig in. Then we've got the plan section. Within the plan section, I've got my cloth and paper inserts. Again, I did have to trim them down, but they would have been the same size as these dashboard divider tabs, which is, I believe, maybe more of a true A5 size. And so I had to trim them down to be able to put them in here and let them match up with the other inserts because I didn't want some sticking out and some in. And this even annoys me a little bit by having the dashboard sticking out a little bit. So I may even trim these down just a little bit further. I'm not sure because I don't want to trim them down and then I get ready to use a different A5 planner and they fit for them. And then plus my inserts are going to be going in here eventually and I want everything to match up. So I may not do that. I did plan my monthly, as you can see, and then look, That's why I cut the circle, so I can easily just take it out when I'm ready. So I have some videos already planned for the rest of the week and then part of next week. So I'm gonna fill this whole entire thing in because I do like to have my whole entire month planned for. That just really helps me to have an idea of what I want to do. It doesn't always go according to plan, but if I plan for it, then it's more of a chance that it will work out. So these are cloth and paper inserts, just our monthly inserts. And so I've been writing in some things, not everything, because I also didn't want to show you guys some things that I'm not supposed to, I guess, mention yet. So I didn't write everything in, but you may see some stuff in here that maybe I shouldn't show you, but hey, this is just the way it works. So those are the monthlies. So that is what I'm going to use to track just things at a glance at a monthly level. And then these are the weeklies. So this is how they look. Standard. They look just like this, but I didn't need to break things down day by day unless I'm using my subject style inserts. I love breaking things down by subject. And so these are going to work perfect for that. And once they're all used up, then I'll just add in my subject style inserts. As you can see, I did decorate it. I did a whole plan with me situation using the homebody sticker book from the Happy Planner. So I've got my YouTube and Instagram TV stuff here, then my Little Miss Fancy Plan shop stuff here, Patreon, social media, blog, my email list, which I am attacking full on this year. I have an email list of probably about 10,000 and I have not done anything with it. And I know, according to some podcasts I've been listening to, that the email list is like it. That's what you should really focus on. And I feel like I've been neglecting y'all. So I want to really start digging into that because I think that is a pretty good amount. I talked to Damask Love while I was in Chicago. She gave me tons of advice, y'all. She is fantastic. I adore her. And so she told me, she stepped in to me and like got real close and said, really? Like, you're not focused on your email list? Like, what are you doing? I was like, did you just step into me? Like, I feel like, okay, yep, I get it. And so that was like invaluable advice that I want to make sure I'm implementing. And she just really talked to me about some things I need to maybe try to focus on more so than others, and just things I should try, and just was very willing to give advice. And I've had situations where I have talk to people about things or ask questions about certain things and people did not respond that well. And so I was very leery about even talking to her. But then once she just started talking, we just had such a great conversation. And so it felt really good. And so I'm so glad that I was able to meet her. She's just phenomenal, guys. And so I just adore her. So she gave me lots of advice about an email list. And so that is something I want to implement this year. I want to develop a strategy. And so that is top priority on my list right now. I also have a section to create. You guys know I'm a creative person. I like to create things as much as possible. And so I have a whole list of things. I also poll my group on Instagram or on Facebook, excuse me. So if you're not a part of my group, make sure to join my Little Miss Fancy Plans group. We are popping in that group, y'all. We are just throwing ideas around. We're really interacting. We're becoming more familiar with each other. That is where I'm kind of focusing on right now in terms of interaction, because social media can be a lot and I don't want it to control my life. And so I figure if I just focus on one platform and really throwing everything into that, then at least I can make sure that I'm still interacting with you guys on a more personal level without feeling so overwhelmed. So just so you know, I'll leave a link below. Little Miss Fancy Plans Facebook group is where it's at right now, okay? We, in about 2 weeks, are almost at about 800. So thank you so much if you are in my group. Comment below and let everybody know how much they should join and how you have been enjoying it so far. But I think we can all say that it's been pretty nice to just be able to just talk. And I also post, updates about my shop, the backlog. I'm very transparent there. So if you're wanting to know those types of things, I would definitely say join. And then also to learn. So this is something I wanted to focus on in this video because you guys have been asking lots of questions about what podcasts I enjoy listening to. So I really love Build Your Tribe. I love Shalene Johnson, I believe is her last name. I follow her on Instagram. She is a presence. She also is a Beachbody coach. I think she does some videos and things with Beachbody. She's fantastic. I love her stuff. She has a podcast called Build Your Tribe with her son. I also love the Beyond Influential podcast, the Six Figure Influence podcast, and the Gold Digger is my absolute favorite. So this is the app that I go into in terms of podcasts. It is just the Apple podcast app. So there you see Build Your Tribe with Shalene Johnson and her son, and then also the Beyond Influential. I do also like the Six Figure Influencer podcast. I don't always listen to her that much as as I would like to, but she's super like cute, and I love, just the way she presents herself. And then the Gold Digger, I love her podcast. And then I haven't quite gotten into this influencer business podcast, but I would love to. And so those are the main ones I'm listening to right now, but I am entertaining other ones. So comment below and let me know some other ones. I'm also looking for some African American podcasts, so post below those as well, because I have a hard time finding some ones out there, some good ones at least. So comment below and let me know some good ones. I'm very diverse in terms of what I listen to, and so I want to definitely be listening to a multitude of things that can only just help me to grow. So this is how I plan on using my weekly. I think it's super cool. And so the only thing I would be missing is just like the day by day, like Monday I need to do this, Tuesday I need to do that, especially when it comes to certain things. So as you can see for like YouTube and Instagram TV, I wrote, MTWTHFRI, for the days of the week, so I know what video I'm posting. But I'll need to break other days down as well, like Patreon. There's a ton of tasks that go into Patreon. And so I'm still trying to figure out how to manage that. That is my focus for the rest of the week. And next week, my husband and he's going to sit down with me and we're going to really figure out strategy on that, because I feel like I'm diving in full force with it. And I paused it for 2 months. So, if you signed up for that, you were not billed. It is turned back on for March. And so I'm ready to go with it. I really am, especially since I got my queue down. And so I am putting everything into it. So as you can see, create a solid workflow. That is my goal. Then when it comes to my social media, I have lots of different things that I have to post for companies and brands and things like that. So I want to make sure that I am up and in tune with those deadlines, and then also posting in my group. And so it's a lot going on with social media. So I love to have this section. And again, if this doesn't work out for me, then I can always go back to my subject style inserts, because I do love them. And I do love having the day-to-day breakdown in terms of certain subjects that just need further breaking down. So we'll see how this all works out. And then my blog has been very neglected. It really has. I know you guys are signed up there, and you guys probably pretty much go into the members only area to download free printables and things, but I want to stay more on top of just sharing with you guys different things on my blog. So that's a big goal for me, blog and email list, because it kind of goes hand in hand. So I've got a ton of goals. I just need to just sit down and just strategize and just get it together, and so that way I can be the best that I could be in my business, because I do view it as a job, as a business. I take it very seriously. And then of course, to create is self-explanatory, and we just talked about podcasts. So that's how I do my weekly spread. At least that's how I'm doing it now. Could change in the future, but it's working right now. Then we've got projects. So I was thinking what I was going to do in here is I was going to, put lots of things about brands that I'm working with, and upcoming projects. I was going to break that down as well. I might even put my social media stuff in here, because I did start coming up with video concept ideas. So I'm thinking this might be a good place for that. We'll see. These divider tabs are just so gorgeous, but they are really throwing me off. So I might end up using my divider dashboards in the future. But now they're just so pretty, and this planner is so new to me that I just kind of want to just see if it could work for me. But I think wellness is throwing me off, and just some things, I don't know, they may not completely belong here. So we'll have to see how things work out over time. So as you can see here, I've got some brands that I have to do some things for. And so I've broken that down there, and I love these project briefs. And then we've got some more inserts from cloth and paper. I'm doing video content plans here. I am eventually going to come out with some specific sheets from my shop that will already be designed the way I want them to be designed. But these are working out quite well for videos that have coming up. And again, I did have to trim it off. So this isn't really how it looks in real life. I just had to trim it off in order for it to fit here. But I love these because it just gives you different spaces to be able to break things down. So this is really functional. So that's all I've got there. Then finance section is self-explanatory. Cloth and paper inserts, again, trimmed on the side, so don't let that throw you off, because I love cloth and paper stuff. I just had to trim it, but I don't know, I was a little bit bummed that I had to do that, but it is what it is. So this is purchase tracker, so I'm going to write in things I have to buy for my shop, and any social media purchases that I want to that I need to track are going to go there. And then monthly expenses, so I've got some things coming up, so this is going to be great for just tracking expenses, excuse me. Then I have this to pay that came with the planner, so I'm going to incorporate that somehow as well. And then on the back, I think it says to buy, so that's really cool. Then we get to the wellness section, which really isn't going to be the wellness section. I need to move this because we already know where this is going to go now. And then this is probably going to be moved as well because you just saw the content area for videos and such. So that's probably going to go in that other section. Again, I'm not quite sure. I'm going to have to revisit this later so you guys can see how it all worked out for me. But as you can see, I've got some videos already filmed that I need to upload. And then I also have some video ideas that I want to dump out here. And that's pretty much all I have so far there. And then we're gonna get to the blog section. You guys kind of already know some things I want to track here, just blog topics that I think may be interesting to you guys, maybe a blog schedule, ideas, all those types of things are gonna go here. And then the last section is enrichment. So I was setting up this planner and I wanted to see like how I wanted it set up. So I went ahead and just wrote it out. And then otherwise I just have another page here that you're not supposed to see just yet. So anyways, I have some trips coming up and that's pretty much it. This is just notes paper. And so I'm going to track just some books I want to read, anything enrichment, because as you can see, that is the divider subject there. And then in the back here, we've just got a pouch for some random things, maybe sticky notes, whatever I decide at that moment I want to put in here. And then we've got that booklet here again from the Happy Planner for my podcast. I may even stick some things here because I've got lots of space. And then my pen loop is right there. So this thing is fully set up. She's pretty chunky too, but I'm very pleased with it and I can't wait to really incorporate it, but it's so cute. Look at how pretty that is. I adore it. So that's the setup, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this flip through and this kind of talk through of how I have my business planner set up. Stay tuned for another video where I'll come back and revisit this because I'm pretty sure that it's going to be a completely different setup at some point. But right now, this is what I think is going to work for me. And remember, if you are coming from Instagram TV, thanks for joining me. So sorry I had to cut you off, but I'm glad you're here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really, really appreciate all of your support on my channel. If you enjoyed this video, comment below. Let me know what you think of it. Let me know if you yourself have a business planner, how you have it set up. Am I missing something? I would love to hear from you guys. So again, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you'll come back and catch another video, in which case I'll see you guys then.